Doing this video today to show you a Ranch Hand Horizon Series bumper for I'm going to be putting on a 2010 Dodge 3500. The Ranch Hand Horizon Series bumpers comes with LED lights, as you can see. And four LEDs, 2 for in the footwell and 2 for the license plate lights. Wiring harnesses, mounting hardware for the bumper. Well, here's the bumper installed. It's not a very hard install. I'm not 100% done. I haven't put the LED lights that come with it in. And here's with the 4 LED lights that they got. 2 in the footsteps, 2 for the license plate. Alright, I completed the install on my bumper. I finished up by putting the lights on, wiring them up to the backup lights, and a switch in the cab. The install is real easy. There's only 4 bolts holding the Ranch Hand bumper on. There's 6 holding the factory bumper on. The only problems I ran into were the bolts, the factory bumper had these 1/2-inch spacers, at least for my 2010 Dodge. Had these behind the 2 bolts on each side, or the 2 sets of bolts on each side of the bumper, and there's 2 bolts for the factory one. 2 bolts right behind the license plate, and this is the one behind the license plate left over. So the bolts that Ranch Hand gave me were not long enough, so I had to get 4 bolts that were about a 1/2 inch longer to install it. But otherwise the install is super easy. I have not gotten my backup sensors to start working again. I think it might be the problem might be is the clevises here. And the shackles I installed, even though it was doing it without the shackles, I think this interferes with the backup sensors. That's the only thing I can think of, because I put them back. You pull them out of the factory bumper and keep them all lined up in the same direction. And then I put them back in exactly how they came out in the same position too. And they still haven't worked. It keeps saying clean the backup sensors, which means these sensors have problems. When it gets cold and frosty, they mess up, or they used to mess up. So for me, the only problems with the install were the bolts weren't long enough due to these spacers, the backup sensors, and then of course the original problem of this piece that they welded on for the trailer. They didn't line it up. They didn't put it in straight, so I had to take a burr bit in my angle grinder and grind a little away from up here, so I could install the trailer plug properly. Otherwise, it's a super easy install. The bumper looks really good. I like it. It fits up pretty tight against the truck. Not quite as tight as the factory one, which is actually better, since my factory bumper looked like it was hitting the bed a little bit. in certain spots. So overall, I am enjoying I like the bumper a lot.